The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. And he'll bring it out to the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have the first possession of the game. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Some games in college football just mean more. When you think about Ohio State and Michigan, you think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy implications. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV. Two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years has really brought back the tradition and been so much more competitive now that Michigan's also getting some wins.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. So the Michigan Wolverines offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Those winged helmets flew up and down the field as Michigan won in a blowout last season.
It was a beatdown, and the team up north did some spanking to the team down south. And this was already talked about. This is already a rivalry that you get bragging rights. But when it's a one-sided beatdown, and you're Ohio State, and you had a year to simmer on this, you better respond.
Ohio State got spanked by giant pounds, too. I mean, that was all over the place. And I'll tell you, Michigan, they came out on fire offensively. Explosive plays. They put their speed on display, and they're going to try and do that again this game.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this game.
To throw, it's Salter. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, of great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes...
The snap to the up man, they'll fake it. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down. The Wolverines are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. That incompletion leads to second down and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. Ball's at the 26. It's third and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be fourth down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Bringing the heat. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Buckeyes will have it first and 10. Give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up second and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to throw, it's Salter. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Out of the gun, the inside give. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. He's a one-man wrecking crew on this defensive front. This is the type of performance that can etch you in Wolverine lore forever.
Yeah, and it's a great lore to be etched in. Obviously, year after year, you see so many dominant guys in the trenches. And this is how it's done. You stop the run first, get them in passing situations, pin your ears back, and go put your name in those record books.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better.
And they got him for the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Got it set up on the outside. He's finally herded out of bounds. Really good pickup on third down, and still not quite enough to move the chains. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, it's Salter. Fires on the move. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
And he breaks into the open. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they stretched the lead to 13. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll ride the hot hand. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He'll keep it himself. And the Buckeyes brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with the football.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Dropping back, it's Salter. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it on the move. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Fires to the big fella. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Marshall. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly out to the tie. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Avoids pressure. Keeps it himself and gets the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On second down, looking to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. They march 78 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, when you have these two programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but
Oh, look out! Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Loveland. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. This guy fits the bill, big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first downs.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Throws for the tight end. Picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback, and they're able to come away with a pick.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Offense lining up quickly. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. He's right on target. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Running the option, it's Salter. And they snuffed out that play from the start. He probably should have given the ball to the back. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Tate. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Buckeyes! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And the extra point was good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. He'll do it himself. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
Looking for a crease, it's Sanders. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Salter. It's complete to the right. Tripped up for the tackle.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
The Buckeyes will punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll call for the fair catch here. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the option. And the freshman just threw it behind him that time.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Trying to get to him. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. The freshman able to get home with the sack. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That is no good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Trying to turn the corner on the jet sweep. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Shows him the stiff arm. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 39. Halfway first down. It's 2nd and 5. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense. So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to the ground with the running back. They knock him down at the 40, but he picks up 5, and it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Salter. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. This quarterback part of their running game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Using his legs, it's Sanders. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to throw, it's Salter. Got his man quickly. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They're trying to get to it. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Oh, and they corral the ball, so they avoid the turnover, but, man, did they lose a chunk of yardage.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. All kinds of running room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
On second down, wants to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Quarterback on the keeper. Still running at the 40. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From the 30-yard line on first down. The give as they work on that clock.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run tonight.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that's a big play for the defense. Playing at home, you're trailing. You need to create takeaways. You got to get the ball back. Nice job breaking on that one and knocking it away.
Forced out of the pocket. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Between the uprights, it's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And what a break to get that football back at this juncture. That would have been catastrophe. Dialing up a second down pass play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Down late in a 4-point game, they'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down. Coming after it. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year, and this one is going to rest in their minds for the entire season going into next year.
And it's not going to sit well with the losing team. When you lose these, you're going to get hounded, and you're going to get hate. You're going to get social media is going to destroy you about losing to your rival. But you got to put it past you. It is just one game. It's not that big of a deal. Well, I guess, yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is a big deal. You're right, David. I mean, a lot of these kids, they played with each other or against each other in high school. They've known each other for a long time. There's going to be a lot of trash talking going on, not just between players, but the fans, their families, coaching staffs. This is a game that's going to get talked about for an entire year. And you talk about wanting to get revenge, it's going to take some time.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast.